money since I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the VIP. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk.
Coach, this is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Portland Snowhawks and the Green Bay Packers. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Here we go.
Rodgers going to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Blue down. 10-30. Fresh down. Hey, zoom.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
5. Mike's 59. Watch the 59.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And it's caught. And he's brought down. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Touchdown, Packers! Austin Seferian-Jenkins, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
First carry for a Kenosha native and former Badger, Melvin Gordon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the 24, Allen escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Rashawn Gary. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
From the gun, it's Allen. This one complete to Scott Miller. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 17 yards on the pickup, and it'll give him a first down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
480! Squeeze! Here it comes! Here it comes! Here we go! Here we go!
On play action, Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Ed Oliver able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw, it's Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
319. 45 to Mike. I know he ain't got it. Switch. Plant. Bang. Right. Bang. Jump out. 399.
Again, McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Now the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 42, Mike 42. And we're pretty quiet, G. We're pretty quiet.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Corey Vedvik on to punt the football. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On 2nd and 11 now. Allen nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Blue 58. I'm coming. I'm coming. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Now on 2nd and 16. Rodgers. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 6.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Safarian Jenkins has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 6 for the green and gold. Rodgers now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Kenny Golladay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
1st down and 10. At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Allen now to throw again. Able to get this to Gordon. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. On play action, Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zadarius Smith. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Allen off the play fake. And he fires one that's intercepted. picked off by Avonte Maddox. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The 20. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. Christian McCaffrey. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. No problem. Makes the score 28-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
They'll take over.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. And here's Allen operating from the gun. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Kevin King with a pick. There he goes, left side. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. On 2nd and 9. Allen. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Snowhawks.
56, 56. You must be dreaming.
He's checking.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Play action. Now it's Allen. He's going to look deep down the field. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Allen going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Rodgers. It's caught by Funchess. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers as his guys continue to pour it on. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
We play to win. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now the 2nd down throw on target. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Portland 1st down.
Allen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Allen from the gun, he'll throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Allen going to throw again. And my goodness, another interception. picked off by Avante Maddox. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
I got you.
Here's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run, the best runs for the top running.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Slipping into the backfield for the sack was Oren Burks.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And now here's another interception. Picked off right around the 43. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
White left.
Here we go. Check.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Yeah, Liz.
Check 59, Mike.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 17-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Now Allen. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Mike. Mike 42. Double dog.
Look out.
On play action, Allen. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
No.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Man, I got you.
McCaffrey. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd down. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 14-yard line.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Green Bay, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears.